Okay. I'm Akia.
I'm Ashley.
We're sisters addicted to Asian dramas and music.
We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to.
And guys, welcome to podcast number 3. And oh my gosh, we had no copyright issues with video number 2. I wonder what was the problem.
They didn't like the picture. They
Still
didn't
don't
like the
know.
music. They didn't like our voice. They was like,
Something there was. I don't know what it is. Whatever. But yeah, so we hope you guys are enjoying our podcast. Excuse me, guys. I'm dealing with allergies, so I'll be clearing my throat. I was sick last week, so that's why I was coughing and not as energized. But I have my energy, but my voice is having problems. So excuse me. Anyway, let's start this podcast off with K-pop. We usually start off with K-drama, so let's talk K-pop.
Yeah, switch it up this time.
Yes.
I actually saw a couple of videos where people do the smash or pass game, and I thought it was so funny, and it seems so much fun, so I wanted to try it with us.
Okay.
So basically, the basis of the game is we both pick a couple of names from K-pop. We're gonna mix in some K-hip-hop too, because we're both not that familiar with a lot of K-pop groups, and the members' names are their faces.
Very much so. And that kind of hindered when I was kind of picking out my list a little bit, because I was like, I realized I don't know as many as I thought I did.
Right. And there's so many groups that have come out recently.
Right.
In the last couple of years, at least 2 years.
Right.
So we're not familiar with them. So we're just going to go with the basis. Some of them are probably a little bit older and not new people, at least for me.
Yeah, for me too.
So we're going to pick out. And so basically, we both have a list, and we're going to just name them, and we're going to say smash or pass. Okay?
Okay.
Hopefully, you guys can picture who we're talking about. If not, I guess we could, I don't know if we could put a picture, but if not.
I can try and see if I can put up a picture of who we're talking about.
Right.
And you guys, for the same, put in the comments down below if you were smash or pass each person or whoever. Or if you have someone you like, just put their name and put smash next to it. Whatever floats your boat.
Floats your boat.
So, you want to go first?
Okay, my first pick is Eric Nam. Smash or pass?
Pass.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Eric Nam and I like his voice.
Right.
But when it comes to smashing or passing, he doesn't really float my boat like that. He doesn't. And not to say he's not ugly or anything like that. I just don't find his looks appealing to me.
Right.
I wouldn't say that he's ugly. Never, ever.
Right.
I'm just not attracted to him in that sense.
Me too. I would pass. I would love him to sing at my wedding, but
right. He would be a really good bestie or friend.
That sounds so bad. We just friends.
Right. Oh my gosh. You would call him up. You guys go out to eat. Have a good conversation. He gonna be that friend that you go to for all your little problems. Yeah. He come to you about his. Y'all have y'all little meetups. That's it. I don't really see it going nothing else. He's not for me.
Right.
So I guess my first one is Sojin from Girls' Day. She's the leader of Girls' Day.
Sojin from Girls' Day. I'd smash.
I think that's her name. Because even though I like Girls' Day, I don't know all the members' names down to a T.
There's
I know
only 4 members.
Right, I know Hiri and Minna, but Yura, I don't know if it's Yura or Yuri.
I think it's Yura. She was on We Got Married.
Right. And Sojin, I know it starts with the S, but I'm not sure if it's Sojin or something else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the leader of Girls' Day. Yes, definitely smash. And I feel like out of all the Girls' Day members, she doesn't get the most attention, but she's technically the leader of the group.
Right. But I think they technically just made her the leader because she's the oldest. And a lot of groups do that.
That's true.
I know YG doesn't do that.
No.
But a lot of other artists, industries, whatever they're called, they use the oldest as the leader.
Right. And what I find it even more impressive, though, is when I found out how old she was.
Yeah, how old is she?
She is my age. 30.
No, you didn't want to say it.
I wasn't trying to say it like that.
Sorry.
But yeah, she's, Korean age. At least when I found out she was 30. Yeah. So she's probably 31, 32 Korean age by this point now. Because I found out a year or so ago when I was first starting to get into Girls' Day. And I was like, word? She's
Yeah.
that old? Not to say that's old, but you know, I thought
Usually
she was...
K-pop artists, especially girl groups, are young. Really,
right.
really young.
So find a girl group that is still
freshly getting to their 20s.
Right. So to find a girl group that's still kind of getting themselves out there and they're in their later 20s to 30s is nice. So.
Okay. So my second person is G2. G2 is the rapper with the dreadlocks, the blonde dreads.
That was on Show Me the Money.
Yes,
with
he was
Minna.
on Show Me the Money. And he did the song. It's called Him, and then he had Bang. You've heard it. It's new. It's recent.
Right. Like I feel like I'm picturing who I think you're talking about, but I'm not sure
exactly.
exactly.
The picture, G2.
Bring up the picture just to be sure. But if you're talking about, I would say pass.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's not to do with the hair, because I know I mentioned in the previous podcast what I have issues with the hair,
right?
But it's actually not the hair. I don't know. He stood out to me because his hair was blonde. If I'm thinking of the right guy,
right?
But nothing else stood out to me about him either. Otherwise,
right?
So she's pulling up the picture. So let me see. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. He's all right, but I feel like I would need to see him more forefront with stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't paid him full attention because I watched the few clips of the time when he was on Show Me the Money with Minna.
Yeah.
But I didn't see him anything outside of that.
You know, he grew up in Texas.
Word.
Right. So I'd smash just because we could talk. We can really talk.
Right. We got a legit conversation. We don't have to need a translator.
All right. He can translate Korean for me.
Right.
It's like pillow talk.
Okay. My person number 2, Ailey.
Pass.
Really?
I know, and I really first thing I was like smash, but then I think I'm a pass. She's beautiful and her songs just but I don't know why. I just
wow.
pass.
She's definitely in Smash. Ailey was like legit the first Korean solo artist that caught my attention. Yeah. Because there's other people that have caught my attention, but I knew they were in groups. She's like the first legit female solo artist that caught my attention. Because I heard her, I forgot what song it was. I think it's You and I. And I was watching one of her performances. And I was like, wow, she has a nice voice. So I started going back and watching some of her videos. And I was like, oh, she's nice. She's nice. And especially with her last comeback home. With that short bob haircut and everything. Some people were trying to hate on her style, but she looked good. I feel like she rocks it well. I don't know. I just really like her.
She'd be more like an Eric Nam to me, just because for you, he would be bestie material. She'd be bestie material for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. She's probably like a Whitney Houston. I hope she would be like where Whitney Houston just sing all of a sudden.
Right.
Ooh, hit them notes.
Right.
All right, Ailey, I hear you, girl.
That's a good one.
Okay, my number 3, don't hate me, but Mark from NCT. The rapper who was in NCTU. That's a long
yes.
Yes. Don't think about his age. Would you smash or pass?
Based on the line from that song, smash.
Thank you, smash.
Just based on his rap from that song,
and
smash.
I was like literally writing his name. I was like, oh, he's so young. Doesn't care. Don't care.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Because I'm a good one for that. Like, if you're a certain age limit, like, you're cute, but I don't find you sexually attractive.
Right.
So I'm glad you tossed out to forget the age thing, because I would have been like, pass, he's a baby. But yeah, based on his rap alone, definitely a smash.
Right. And then I liked him in No Limit. He's like in all the NCT groups. Really.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, I think he is. He's the oldest in NCT Dream. But NCT 127, he was a rapper still, of course.
Okay.
So I liked his verses in those too.
Okay. My number 3 is Bora from Sistar.
Smash. She was in this one video. I forget the name of the guy, and he's not that popular. He's singing, and she was dancing.
Oh yes.
I have to look it up, okay?
Because it's funny, like Bora is
friggin'
the matinee, I think, of Sistar.
Yeah.
And I didn't fully pay her much attention when I first started getting into Sistar. But I don't know, in like the last 2.5 years or so, she's really come into herself.
Right.
And her looks and her confidence in herself.
Right.
Like I feel like she carries herself differently now. So I guess that's what's pulling me into her.
You didn't watch the drama, Doctor Stranger?
No, I didn't.
Is it Doctor Strange? Doctor Stranger? Or am I thinking of the movie?
Doctor Stranger.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she was in that. And she was like the best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh, I really like her.
Right.
But you know she was going to get the guy because she's like basically his do girl.
Right.
Running errands and shit for him.
Right. So, yeah.
Okay, my number 4. My number 4 is Zoomin or Schumann. From EXO.
Okay, please. That's not even a thought process. Smash.
He's so adorable.
Oh my
we would
God.
cuddle all night. He is so cute.
Back in my days when I was trying my best not to get into EXO, anytime I would see pictures of the group come across my dash on Tumblr, he would always stand out in the pictures to me. He would always catch my attention. And I don't know what it is, but for me, when it comes to Asian men, when their eyes are really slanted, chinky like.
Yeah. You like the chinky boy. So do I.
I don't know what it is that adds even more appeal to them. And nothing against the Korean men or Asian men that look not as Asian.
Or the double eyelid.
Right. But even there are some that have the chinky eyes but the double eyelid at the same time. True. But I feel like some of them, certain eyes just, because even when I see it in certain child actresses when they're young, I'm just like, his eyes or her eyes are so pretty like that. Yeah, so I appreciate.
And Zoomin's eyes are a different shape, not just the chinkiness, but like the shape. You can tell, like, there had a drawing. It was like a game almost where they had the eyes of all of EXO. And I could point out exactly where Zoomin's eyes are.
Right. That's why I feel like anybody said when they do like eye pictures of group members, if they had the really chinky eyes or eyes I really like, I can always pick them out.
Right.
Because I think it may not have been the same post, but I saw some drawings of EXO, and I think some of them weren't completely completed because I guess the artist was still painting them in or whatever.
Right.
But I could tell which one was Zoomin. He was one of the first ones I could easily pick out just because, I don't know, his looks to me always stand out. So,
and it's funny, he used to be so fat. He was as juicy as baby, and like as a young kid, he was pretty chunky.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so when he lost weight not too long after right before they debuted it, and then he lost even more weight after they debuted. People and fans were like, "Oh my God, he looks sick," and I was like, "Oh my God, he does look sick." And that's when I was just discovering EXO. I didn't know them, but I saw him and I was like, "Oh, he's my bias automatically."
Right.
And he's been my bias since then. So, and I'm glad he's looking more healthier now.
Right.
He's got abs for days.
Yes, I saw one picture from when they were doing a concert, and I was just like,
he was
Zoomin!
He was like Taeyong with the shirt off and the abs, and I was all wet and sweaty, misty, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Schumann is a smash.
Okay, me for number 4 is Hana. From you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
From now disbanded for a minute.
Yeah, dang, ain't it something?
Right, we lost so many groups last year.
Hana, I'm sorry, I have to pass.
I would have to pass too.
Yeah.
Because I like Hana in a sense, but I feel like she would be that really good friend that I know if anybody come at me, I feel like she would be behind my back, 2 steps, ready to fight.
Yeah.
I feel like she'll be that type of best friend. I don't see her as someone...
Smashable.
Right. But you know what's funny? When she does pictorials, when she kind of does more natural light makeup and everything, I feel like that's when she looks her prettiest. Yeah. Not to say she doesn't look pretty, because I love her in her fierce dark looks. Yeah. But when she does, she had one photo shoot recently, and her hair was just kind of wind blown and light makeup, and I was just like, girl. So yeah, she would have to be a pass for me too.
Pass. I don't know. I just find her. And I guess this sounds dumb, but she's too sexy. like certain things, I'm just like, I saw one picture and it was like from a concert, and she's doing her, booty bounce and the same stuff she always does.
Right.
She's wearing these little booty shorts. I'm like, hun, I see your kitty cat. And it's not a camel toe. I see it from the back, girl. That's a no for me. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're beautiful inside and out, but no.
Yeah. So who's your 5?
My last and final one is Benzino.
Wow.
Right? K-hip hop artist. He was I'm not sure if he was born in Korea, but I know he grew up in New Zealand, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I believe it's New Zealand.
He's kind of in between, but he's leaning more towards Smash for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. There's certain reasons why I kind of want to pass, because I feel like he'll be a good brother at the same time.
You keep putting all these people in the friend zone, sisters zone.
Right. I'm trying not
just
to
smash or pass. That's it.
Right.
Just smash or pass. Don't put him in his zone. Smash or pass.
I guess Smash then.
Smash.
Even though I just said, because
reluctantly.
Because he's leaning toward. Because I remember when I first got into Benzino, he had that appeal to me.
Yeah.
But I guess in the last year or so, that appeal has kind of worn off to me. I still like him as an artist.
Yeah.
But that appeal is not there. Right. But it's still a good amount, I guess, to still say Smash.
I'll pass, because he was never attractive to me. I just enjoy his music. He's a pass for me.
Wow. I like his music too, and he's one of those where I wouldn't say he's a typical Korean type I go for, necessarily in the look wise, because he doesn't have, I don't know, but for some reason he has that certain type of appeal about him to me for some reason. So yeah. So my number 5 and last one is J-Step from Card. He is the one with the black hair. Smash. Thank you. I saw their first video and his rap came in and I said I found my bias already.
Right, and at first I thought it was gonna be BM.
Big Matthew, yeah.
Yes.
I thought so too, just based off pictures.
Right. And he's got an amazing body. He did a solo dance to Chris Brown, and he has like that Chris Brown feel, but I don't know. When I keep
maybe
seeing
that's what
him
turned me off of Big Matthew.
Maybe he does, like in his interviews, he does like he dabs too much.
Way
and he says
too much.
Swag too much.
Wait, but that's typical California.
Yeah, and he's just like, somebody would say something, be like swag, or he dab, and I'm just like,
stop
dabbing, okay? You've dabbed quite a bit. Stop double dabbing.
Right.
But yeah, that definitely J-Sep is a smash.
He's definitely a smash for me too. Like I said, he's my
He can sing.
Didn't know that. But yeah, he's my boy bias of that group, definitely.
Who's your girl bias?
The Jiwoo, I think that's her name, the one with the blonde hair.
I like the other girl, Somin.
Right.
God, I gotta get him right.
Right, I'm gonna get their names eventually, which I'm working on it. I'm still getting, like,
acquainted with everybody.
Right.
Yeah, but I like Somin. Yeah.
Okay.
That was fun. We should do that again next time. I think we're gonna do a K-drama smash or pass.
That'll be good. Yeah. So Amber of FX had a little bit of, I wouldn't say controversy, but she's gotten a little bit of attention through social media from fans recently because of her, I guess, posts or statements or tweets or whatever they may be about her frustration of being within the industry. I don't know if it's necessarily for still being with SM and not having to do much promotional stuff, or it's just the Korean entertainment industry and in general. I don't know what it is exactly, but she is frustrated.
Yeah.
And her label mate Henry also posted similar posts December of last year, I think it is.
Yeah.
So a lot of fans are quite worried, and I think she recently posted something again, I think maybe 1 or 2 days ago. I haven't read what that was, but supposedly is more frustration again.
Right.
And this is kind of a thing with SM artists. And this is part of my turnoff why I try not to get too much into SM artists, because I feel like at some point or another they're going to have some type of issue with either contract issues or label, or they're not getting promoted enough.
Right.
Because
Like
SM
the forgotten artist or something. Because
has
they have
SM
other
a
people.
lot of artists, which and this, YG has limited artists, but he doesn't promote them enough. SM has a lot of artists, so that gives them a little bit of excuse why they're not all promoted on the same level.
Right.
But you had FX go through so much in the last 2 years.
Right.
I think the members are kind of at that point now where if you're not going to promote them as FX, you need to put them in something else.
Right.
And Amber was kind of good on the variety circuit, but within the last few months, at least me, as someone who only watches limited Korean variety shows, haven't noticed or heard anything about her being in anything recently.
Right.
And we're already almost through with March of this year, and I haven't heard about her promoting anything yet.
Right.
So if she's, she has to be frustrated if she's not working consistently.
I think that's the same thing that happened with the XO members.
Right.
They felt like, there's mainly the Chinese members anyway, because that's who left. They felt that you brought them from China for that reason, so they could promote more than just EXO stuff and maybe whatever, Korean stuff. They wanted to expand. They're doing EXO and this and this. And that's probably, I think, part of the reason why they left. They probably wanted to get out more, and SM wouldn't allow them to.
And this is the problem. It's not looking good on you guys, excuse me, on SM, because Amber is a foreign artist.
Right.
Henry is a foreign artist.
Right.
So this is not looking good on them when it comes to if you're going to try to pull in more foreign people to your label, when in the last 3 to 5 years, excuse me, you've had consistent issues with foreign artists on your label getting frustrated or wanting to end their contract with you.
Right.
So on a business standpoint, y'all got to get y'all stuff together if you want to continue to pull in foreign artists.
Right. That's true.
I don't know the intermingles of what's going on with Amber or Henry,
Right.
because you pay more attention to SM artists than I do, but I like FX.
Right.
And I'm not too much into Super Junior, but I like Henry. I like him in his little acting moments. And granted, I never paid attention to Super Junior enough, at least in the moments when he promoted with them.
Well, he was Super Junior M, and he came in later.
Right. So, but it's still not right to have these artists on your label and they're not getting promoted.
True.
Henry hasn't been in anything since We Got Married and Oh My Venus, at least to my knowledge.
And he was on We Got Married for a very short
time.
time. And then he did Oh My Venus.
Right. And I think he may have done stints here and there, but it was like an episode. It's not like he was actually on a variety show for a long stint of time.
Oh, he did Real Men.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a while ago too, though.
But still, it's still been a minute for both of them to be in the public eye. So, SM, what you doing?
And I thought after he debuted as a solo artist that he would keep, doing stuff like that.
Right.
Like how they have Taeyeon from an SNSD doing, she's been promoting
Consistently.
singly. Pretty consistent. So I thought as a Super Junior member, like the boy version of SNSD,
Right.
that they would have him keep
Promoting, especially because you have a good amount of the members that are either doing other stuff, because Super Juniors can't really promote as a whole right now.
because they're either military leave or they've graduated from the group. And I know a couple of them got married. And
Right,
There's
so-
that one who had a lot of the scandals about the drunk driving and stuff.
Right. So it's like you got a lot going on. So Henry can't promote with Super Junior or Super Junior M. So you just gonna let him sit on his contract and not do anything?
Right, and let it run out, and then wonder if he's gonna, renew it. If they're
Of
gonna
course,
renew
he's
it.
not gonna renew.
I wonder if they're gonna want to renew
Right,
it.
and then he's probably worried about that too. If his contract is near the end, or he may only have a year or so left on his contract, they're not promoting me right now. They may let me go.
Right, that's scary to think about, because it's like, who do you go to from here? Because are people gonna scout you, or you
Right.
have to, try and find it? Because I don't think
Right.
SM's gonna help you move on. Are
Right,
they?
and just because you were part of Super Junior M and were in all these other big productions, it's not a guarantee that another major label, say like JYP or YG or any other labels like that, or Cube or anything like that, will sign you. So, and then he, like you said, he's not from South Korea, so it's like they have to go through that whole issue too of having a contract through that. So it's like, when he's with someone, y'all gotta do him right.
That's true. Very, very true.
Girls' Day is also having a comeback after we brought them up for Smash or Pass.
Yeah.
Which I'm very excited for because, like I said in podcast 1, they're one of the very few poppy girl groups that I got into. The variety circuit helped me with them, yes. So I'm excited for their little comeback, and I did watch the teaser, and I'm like, oh, sounds interesting because Ring My Bell, their last song, wasn't bad, but it wasn't my favorite Girls' Day song.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited for this comeback. I'm ready for them to all come back and promote as a group. And I kind of want them to promote a little bit longer than they usually do. Because they come back, promote a song, and then they're kind of away for a while.
Right. I think because 2 of the members do the acting. They both had dramas.
I think at this point, all of them have done dramas.
Really?
All of them. Sujun has done more of the 50 episode.
Oh, has she? That's probably why I haven't seen her.
She's been in more dramas like that. Yura has done more of the web drama stuff.
Okay.
Minna and Hiri have done more of the major production dramas.
Right.
So I'm excited for this, and I like the look that they have because I liked when they promoted something because that was their very sexiness, but I don't know, it wasn't overly done. Right. And this comeback seems like it'll be slightly sexy, but still a little poppy for Girls' Day, which I like. They kind of mix R&B and pop together.
They did the poppy when they came out, when they debuted it. And, the couple comebacks after that. But they're grown up, so they've got to get away from that cutesy poppy stuff.
Right. So I'm excited for this comeback. I'm not sure the exact date of the comeback just yet, but I think it's in the next couple weeks. I think it's within March.
Okay. Well, we'll look out for that, and then I guess we'll tell you guys how we feel about their comeback with the song and, whatnot.
Whatever podcast it comes out before, we will talk about it in the next podcast after that.
I know IU had a comeback, and I listened to her song, and I
haven't actually watched it yet.
I adore IU. I think she's so beautiful, and I enjoy her as an actress because even though I haven't watched her many things, I've enjoyed what I have seen her in.
Right.
And then I've liked a couple of her songs. She has a beautiful voice. But this comeback, and it's very IU, because she does a lot of ballads. It's a ballady song, and it's not my favorite. It's very, very slow. And while I was watching the music video, I got distracted. And I was just like, I thought back, I was like, wow, this is kind of boring. Wow. Maybe if I just listened to the song and stopped trying to focus on what's going on in the video, I probably would have liked it more.
Right.
Or maybe it's one of those songs where after you listen to it a couple of times, it catches on.
Right. I like IU, and she does kind of stay to her more ballady songs. But I really like it when she does more upbeat songs. I wish she would do those more. Because she does have a good voice for ballads, but she has a good voice for upbeat songs, too.
Right. But I guess she sticks to what she knows and what she enjoys. And does she write her own stuff?
I'm not sure, but I think she can write, though.
Right.
But I think I haven't watched the comeback stuff, but I think I did read an interview or a snippet where she was kind of talking about that she needed to grow up a little bit more with her music, and she's hoping that her fans will stick with her through that process of growing up.
Right. This seems more grown-up song, too, the way it sounds more, I don't know if it's not about love, but in a way it doesn't seem like it is, but I didn't read the lyrics while it was
right, because she was saying, like, she's been in the public eye for so long, and you guys have kind of watched her grow from that. And she said I guess the persona that she put on, or that she gave off, or concept she went for when she first debuted, is not something she's trying to get away from, but that some people have to understand that she's grown up. Not necessarily away from that, but she's not that same person. Like
that young girl
she's had experiences, especially she's had a major hit drama, a relationship announced and end in the last 2 years.
Right, they did break up.
So it's like,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of low-key happy. Not that I didn't like him. He's a musician, and I've seen him in Potato Star, and he was an interesting character in it.
Right.
And I haven't finished Potato Star, so I enjoyed him enough to keep watching it. Granted, it's not just about him.
Right.
Because it's a longer drama. But I'm kind of low-key happy. I don't know, I didn't see that match.
When it was announced, I was surprised, but I think more so surprised because they were doing it in secret for 2 years?
Yeah, they were together for a while.
So, but yeah, like you said, I don't see it, but then I'm like, hey, there's a lot of Korean celebrity couples that I didn't see that worked.
That too.
And I was like, well, they've been together for at least 2 years, so they got this relationship going.
Right, and it's been going strong for that long. So what, it was in, they were like together 4 years or so? Because it was a while ago when
they were, right, and so.
Did they announce it or just got leaked and they were just like, well, we might as well just let people know? 'Cause they were dating for a while.
I don't know.
How do you date that long? That's something that they need to teach the rest of these people.
Right, because they dated in secret for too long that only their inner circle really knew, and they were able to keep it away from paparazzi without.
Maybe because he's not a huge hitter, you know what I mean, as a musician, and she is. But I guess it was secret enough because you don't see IU a lot in the tabloids. At least I don't. Granted, we don't read a lot of Korean tabloid or Asian tabloid, but you don't see her with a lot of scandal or issues. Right,
or even her just out on her random day to day. Right. But granted, I don't follow like any blogs or anything that are specifically
usually
based.
If you would see something about IU, you would see it.
True.
Because we do scroll Sompi and other news sites and stuff like that.
Right. We talked about this earlier in the week too, but we just gonna do a quick little snippet on this. I meant to mention in the last podcast, but supposedly YG is releasing another boy group,
right?
A younger boy group that's I guess more of like how NCT Dream is within that age range. This is all I'm gonna say about the topic. YG focused on winner icon Blackpink. Who else we got? Epic High, Lee High, Octa Musician.
Well, Epic High's doing their own thing. They have their own higher grind.
Right, but you still have so many artists that are still sitting and not consistently promoting.
Like Lee High, her album came out a long time ago. And then she had like a repackaged type with a couple other songs that I got. And she can promote again. I think she should either be in the studio now. She might be. We don't know. But she should have at least another single or something coming out soon.
Right, like I'm not expecting YG to promote his artists like, say, SM or JYP promote their artists because, honestly, when YG artists do come back, the music I love.
Yeah.
But you can't have them sitting on ends of months and months and months.
And then how they said with Blackpink, they would have the comebacks and then they would have an album release or something like that.
Right.
Are they on tour? They do a lot of tours. I know YG's a lot of tours in Japan. They promote a lot in Japan.
Right.
But I feel
I think that's what Icon has been doing. But Icon is getting ready for a comeback. Winner's getting ready for a comeback.
Right. But he said that a while ago. They're always getting ready for a comeback.
Winner recorded their music video like in February.
Yeah.
We about to hit springtime. That video's not going to match up with the weather we about to watch it in. Get it together, sir.
Wearing scars and
and running through snow, and we're sitting here in shorts and tank tops with fans on, drinking our lemonade. But yeah, so I mean, if he debuts a boy group, it's YG's prerogative. But honestly, any YG stan or anybody that likes any YG artist is gonna feel like, bruh, stick to what you have already before you release something new. Blackpink hasn't even been out a year yet.
Right.
And you're talking about debuting another group. First of all, you haven't released a new girl group before Blackpink since 21.
And they're disbanded now after how many years?
So let's try to get your girl group going again. I know Blackpink is kind of doing a little bit of variety circuits here and there.
Right.
But can we get the group come back, please?
But they did that a while ago. Like they did Running Man and they did...
and I know, excuse me, Jesus, she's doing the hosting stuff, but still, like, there's plenty of artists that host on Inkagayo and Anime Countdown and still come back with their group.
Right, like
they'll go do their talking entrance, and then they'll go backstage, change into the outfit, come perform, and be back for the end credits.
Yeah. Like a G.
So, YG, your groups can do that, too. I think I saw a GIF. I think Rose was on that show where the artists hide their face and sing. I think she was on that show.
Her Masked Singer.
Right. She went back to dark hair.
Rose?
Yes.
Rose.
Right.
Because it has the little accent over the E.
Right. So, I appreciate that. Lisa's not really... Happy birthday, Lisa. I think her birthday will technically be tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so...
Oh, happy belated birthday, Shumin. My love.
Oh, yes. Shumin's birthday was the other day, too. Yesterday?
Yeah. 26. Or today's the 26th.
Well,
basically.
26 yesterday for Korean time.
Right.
26 for us today.
Right.
So, it's like... And then, well, Jenny's and Lisa have kind of been doing editorial stuff.
Yeah.
So I can't say he's not promoting them, but he's not promoting them musically.
Yeah. And they are, Jenny and Lisa are both model-esque looks and stuff like that. And at least Lisa has a model body. She seems very long and lean.
Right.
While Jenny seems a little bit on the shorter side, but still, she can do pictorials.
Right.
Not, runway stuff. But I do want Blackpink to come back. I thought they were going to come back with another song.
Right, because
already.
especially after Playing with Fire was even bigger than their debut. Because honestly, I feel like so many they garnered fans with their 2 debut songs.
Right.
But when they released Playing with Fire and Stay, I think that took them to a whole nother level and brought even more fans on. So I was like, okay, YG, you getting international people even more interested in Blackpink too. Yes, get them in their home country circuit. But you got to continue to promote them musically to get international fans.
Right, or they do covers or something. Granted, there's no music coming out for them to do covers. There goes that.
Anyway, because, they did that for a while, YG covers, where other artists were covering
Right,
YG.
and I love that.
That was awesome when all them people covered Taeyong's song.
Yeah. Or when they did cover Baby Baby by
Right, Winner. Right. So it's like, can we get that again? Because, I mean, it's still getting them out there, still doing a video of it. So it's like, can we get that?
Right.
Anything other K-pop stuff you got? Or K-hip-hop?
Not really. Haven't really heard much from any of the artists that I really like. I know there's Rapmon did a collab with Wale.
Right. And this may sound really petty.
Yeah.
Really, really petty for someone my age.
Yeah.
But I had this whole issue with BTS and whatever their fan base, armies or whatever they're called. Please do not come for me because I will come for you. I have nothing against.
Wait. Let's not get any animosity here. Okay.
It's not that, but I feel like some folks is gonna come in and try to attack because they'll quick to attack for any reason. It's nothing against BTS, but to me, I feel like they're on the same level with Icon. I have nothing against Icon, but I don't really care for Icon that much. And Icon is from YG, which I like.
Right.
BTS, I watched their debut stuff because when I first oh, they seem interesting. But after that, I was just like, it's okay.
Right.
And granted, I haven't fully paid attention to them, and I hate to say this, it sounds stupid, their fan base has turned me off from wanting to get into the group even more.
Right.
Not to say they're not talented or anything like that. They're a performance group. Their music doesn't catch me.
Yeah.
So whenever any of the members do anything solo or collab with anybody else, I very rarely pay attention to it, even if it's with American artists that I may like or know.
Right.
So even though I heard about this collab weeks ago, I still haven't had any reason to go find it, listen to it, or anything like that.
Yeah. It's more one of those think about it songs or, connect with the world type of songs about changing how, I guess, things that have been going on with all the issues with that going around the world, either like terrorists or killings, the whole thing with police. So I guess they're kind of targeting that.
Right.
Like, we need to come together.
Oh, okay.
That's what the song's about. And I appreciate it, but I won't go download it.
Right.
It was decent. And the video was okay. Rapmon, and I know he doesn't usually rap in English. He can. But I honestly didn't understand some of it. And granted, maybe I wasn't listening hard enough.
Right.
And I realized in the beginning that he was rapping in English, and I didn't know if he rapped the whole thing in English. And I'm not a huge Wale fan. I like Wale, and he's okay. And some people was like, oh, y'all sleeping on Wale. Don't do that. And he's good. I'm pretty sure he is. But I just he hasn't really caught me. So I watched the video, and it was okay. And the song's okay. But I'm not really a big fan of either. So And I like BTS. I'm not a BTS trash or BTS army. But I can appreciate their dancing and stuff like that. Like you said, their songs are okay. They don't catch you musically. They don't catch me either musically. But their videos are very thought-provoking sometimes. And it's just like, what the heck is going on? I watch it for that.
I honestly have not gone back to watching any of their videos since I don't know which song it was.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten to that point now where I feel like, I hate to say it, but I feel like it's a slight war between VIPs and armies.
Yeah.
And armies feel...
Oh, yeah.
And
VIPs, we can't do that.
Right. Armies feel like that BTS is the best thing ever and that they will knock out Big Bang. I'm sorry. Even if I wasn't a VIP, Big Bang are legends in the K-pop industry.
Right.
Not no little boy group that just debuted 2 to 3 years ago is going to come and knock them off their crown.
Right.
So I need for BTS ARMY fans, or whatever they may be called, to think, yeah, your group is big now. Let them strive to be as big as Big Bang in 10 years.
Yeah.
Let them aim for that. Don't try to put down Big Bang members or VIPs talking about, oh, your group's old and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Boo.
That rubbed you the wrong way.
Your group, and give them 10 years, your group is going to be just like Big Bang.
Right. Old. Or older. They're not old. They're older.
Right. They're your age now, so you feel like, oh, okay, Big Bang is old. But you're going to grow with BTS, and you're going to feel like the same way when the next group that comes out after BTS,
right, and
their fan base is going to be like, oh, BTS is old, and they decrepit. They can't make... You're going to feel the same way. So, I don't... And please don't take this as me downing armies, because I know there are plenty of good people in that fan base.
Right.
But I feel like support your group, but don't down another group just because you feel like you need to, or that's something. I feel like that's so childish.
Yeah.
But I feel like that also,
XOLs too.
right. I feel like that shows the age of your fans, and then it kind of it's an embarrassment to older fans when younger fans act like that.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and I'm an XOL.
Right.
Or what did we used to be called?
I don't even remember.
God, it's like at first I was like, I'm not an XOL. I refuse to switch to that name. But that was after, the members left
right.
and they switched to XOL. But I'm an XOL. I've accepted it because now I've forgotten what the other name was. That's sad. But I feel the same way about how the XOLs did that. They were like excessive.
Right.
And there are older fans. And I'm pretty sure there's young fans who think the same way. It's like,
right.
That's excessive. Don't, get to that level because that's just ridiculous. You know
right.
what I mean? So don't down other groups and think they're terrible. Or like I'm on Tumblr and I'm scrolling Big Bang or something and I see all this BTS or EXO stuff. I'm like, wait a minute.
That's another thing I wanted to talk
that.
about. I got on the K-pop tag on Tumblr the other day and I'm scrolling new stuff. I'm not expecting to see Big Bang, of course, because they haven't really been promoting recently. But BTS, have they been promoting recently?
Yeah, they had a comeback, not today, and another song, I forget the name of it.
Okay, but I feel like that's all I see on the K-pop tag now.
But it's literally an army, so that's what you're gonna see a lot of. Literally.
But the thing is, and when I go to other tags,
yeah.
Why do you guys tag BTS stuff in other tags? You got the K-pop tag handled. I went on Kdrama tag and I'm just like, you had one member in the Kdrama. Why the hell is BTS all over the Kdrama tag?
Yeah.
And that drama,
they're an army.
Died? Did he not?
Don't say it. Oh, did he?
He did.
Oh.
So.
What drama was that?
Harang, that historical one.
Oh.
But then it's like, I feel like, because I've had people come on my blog.
Spoiler.
Whatever. It is a spoiler, but the drama's been over for a couple months now, so I don't think it's that much of a spoiler.
Oh, okay.
What was I saying?
People come on your...
Right. I had people come and send me a message when I first started my Korean blog saying, oh, don't tag this artist K-hip-hop or this tag because they're not such and such. Did you just send me a message telling me not to tag a group? Because I forgot which boy group it was, and I tagged them for K-hip-hop, and they were like, they are not K-hip-hop. Oh, because some of the members sing? When you go look up the group on Wikipedia, the first genre under their name is hip-hop, then R&B, or then pop.
Yeah.
So why can't I tag them K-hip-hop?
Like, I remember, so Soji Sub does rapping, too.
Right.
He had 2 albums out. And it's a passion of his. And granted, it's not, that top stuff that, Billboard chart type stuff.
Right, but he makes some decent music.
Right, he's still a rapper. He does hip-hop, and he has a passion for it. So I tagged him as K-hip-hop, and somebody messaged me, how is Soji Sub K-hip-hop? Excuse me? Do you know who he is?
Right, did you not watch the video? And so I feel like, okay, yes, you want to get your post noticed or this and that and the other. Don't flood a tag unnecessarily that's not part of that tag. Right. People go to that tag for that specific reason. Right. So when you flood it with stuff that does nothing to do with that tag, then somebody can't find what they're looking for.
Yeah.
I went on the K-pop tag to try to find stuff for Smash and Pass and try to find girl group members that I didn't know about. But you know why I couldn't find anything? Because every other post was BTS.
They're trash. Not BTS, but their ARMY. They're BTS trash. I think that's so funny. That's a new slang thing, too. Trash. I'm BTS trash.
Right.
Or we're Big Bang trash. No, I'm a Big Bang VIP.
Right. I ain't no Big Bang trash. I'm Big Bang VIP.
Yeah, but I think that's funny. I think that's kind of cute, but at the same time, funny.
Right. So I just, for the future references, guys, think about how it's going to be for you in a few years. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Fan base wise. Okay. I think that's it for K-pop or music in general for us today.
Right.
Let's head to dramas.
Yay. Well, we can talk about for hours.
Right.
Right. This is what this podcast is really, really about. What it based off of, really.
Right. That's why we try to start this one with music to see if we can try to get a little bit more music talk in there.
Yeah.
And try to change up every once in a while. It won't always be like this, depending on what's going on. There may be some podcasts where it be mainly nothing but K-dramas and nothing but K-pop, and it might be vice versa. Anyway, so you got any new dramas you're going through?
I am. I started Love 020, but I think I mentioned that last. I mentioned that last podcast, and I'm still waiting for the gay couple to pop up. They made a joke about it because the drama is just kind of slice of life.
Right.
It's not much going on, and the important parts that I actually focus on, like them getting their game out or something,
right,
is the part that I might pay attention to, because one of the main guys he started a company.
Oh, okay.
Right out of college, and they're creating a game. So I like paying attention to that. But other than that, there's a lot of gossipy stuff, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, women, get a freaking hobby. And one of the guys said that in the drama, he was with his girlfriend and her friends, and I was like, why are you always hanging with? This is exactly what I said before. He was like, can I get the bill? I was like, why are you always hanging with these girls?
Right, he's ready to go.
Right, always talking about somebody else. And so he was like, can I get the bill? We're breaking up in front of her friends like that. And she was like, what? And all her friends were like, what? Why would you do that? And I'm just thinking, this is not y'all's business. Granted, he shouldn't have broke up with her in front of y'all.
Right.
But still, all the same, it's not your business. And so he was just like, do y'all not have anything else to talk about? All y'all do is gossip. He said, I'm sick of it. I don't want to have any part of this. So he paid for the bill. He paid for their food. Gentleman. Granted, he's rich anyway.
Right.
And he walked out. And I was like, thank you, because they were ridiculous. Why would you want to hang out with them all the time? And just hear that, all them talking about who is better than who, and she's lying, and she's not good enough for him. She's not that pretty, and please.
Are we 12?
Please. And I was thinking, what do y'all do? Like, do y'all not go to school? Y'all not have jobs? And the main girl, she caught her. Ooh, this is a good part. The main girl caught her, one of the gossipy girls. She was like, she said something to the way of that women, about something about women. I don't remember the line exactly, but she basically downplayed women going to school and trying to find a career. Like, just because she was doing it. And really, she was trying to down the main girl. But really, she downed women. And the main girl was like, as a woman, I can't believe that even came out of your mouth.
Right. That's the one thing I can't stand.
Right. Like, how
I
could you
hate
say
when
that?
women try to sideswipe or throw shade at one woman, but they end up taking shade at the entire woman community. Like, are you serious?
Right. It's like, really? But that drama's okay. But I started another drama with a Taiwanese drama that I absolutely love the main actor. His name is Chris Wu, and it's Perfect Match. And they're about chefs, about cooking. And I don't know. I love cooking, and it's going to make me hungry watching it, but I'm watching it anyway.
Right. I'm all for dramas with food in it.
Right. So I love Chris Wu. He was in, the first drama I ever watched him in was Substitute Princess.
Okay, I was about to say, is this the same guy from that drama?
And I was so team Terry, but he carried that train wreck drama. Like, that drama was a train wreck, and I finished it before him, only for him. And
some dramas are like that,
right? And I'm glad I did, because I I'm glad to watch him in other things. And I feel like he picks a lot of very mediocre dramas, and I actually finished them all because of him.
I hate that.
I hate natural acting ability.
I hate when good actors or actresses, I wouldn't say that they're bad at picking dramas. It's just, and a lot of times, we actually talked about this too before, that a lot of times when actors sign these contracts to sign on for these roles, I don't know if it's the same way in other Asian countries, but I know in Korean dramas, a lot of times what they have off the bat when they sign the contract is maybe the first 4 or 6 episodes that have been written, and then maybe a quick synopsis, if that. So along the way, they may think the drama is supposed to go a certain route, but along the way, the writer may change their mind, or the director or somebody tells the writer to change up the story. So the drama that they signed up for is something that they can get changed midway without their consent. Yeah. And they can't do anything about it. They've already signed the contract. They got to stick through to the end unless something major happens.
Right. But he was actually in Autumn Concerto with Vanessa Wu before Substitute Princess, but I watched Substitute Princess first, and I enjoyed him in Autumn Concerto, but he was the second lead. And I feel like his acting ability has improved. I love
watching actors grow in their work.
Right, and so I really adore him, and I would support him in anything he does. And then the female lead in it is, I watched her, the first stuff I watched her in, she was like the bitchy second lead, but then she was in Back to 1989. And I loved her in that. And so I'm seeing her in this as a first lead. And she's like fierce and strong. So, and people mention that on Viki, because I'm watching it on Viki, that it reminds them of the drama you're watching, Strong Woman Do Bong Soon.
Oh, okay.
In a way, because she's super strong. So she comes into the night market where she serves food. And she's carrying this huge tank of gas because everybody's like, oh my God, we're out of gas. Who's going to go get some? Who's going to wash the stalls? And then here she comes down there and they're like, yay, here she is to save the day. So it's an interesting drama. Granted, I've only watched episode and a half, so I can't really say how it's going. But so far, I'm loving it, and I automatically wanted to go to the second episode. So I guess that's a plus.
Right.
Other than that, I haven't really started anything new. As far as Korean dramas, I'm still watching Tomorrow with You, and I need to finish it. It finished this week.
Right.
This past week.
I've tried to stay off Tumblr to get any spoilers because I'm not caught up.
Right. Nowhere near caught up. I'm like halfway, maybe.
Right. I'm not even near the halfway point. Well, no. Just almost. I'm
right, like, it's 16 episodes.
I'm on the cusp of being at the halfway point. Right. But I kind of did get at least some opinion posts about, and I try not to read too much because I didn't want to get any spoilers. And I guess there's a certain event that happens near the end that people they were expecting, but kind of was hoping that it wouldn't go that way. Right. And I'm guessing it did. And I'm guessing it's a little bit more tears than they wanted in the end.
Yeah.
But I feel like with that drama, as much as it had a little bit of lightheartedness to it, you can still tell it's had its dark moment. So I'm expecting at least some form of tears near the end.
Yeah. Bittersweet, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
So, we'll see. I just know I enjoy it. It's just not one of those I can easily go pull back. Ooh, let me click the next episode. But that's just me who's trying to take it slow going back into dramas. Right. So, unless you're full on romantic comedy, it's going to take me a minute to fully get invested into you at this point.
Right. Well, because I'm watching so many different dramas, and then I have a lot of dramas that I'm currently watching that I haven't went back to in quite a few months. Right. I'm trying not to start anything too new. So all my dramas I'm actually pressing play on. I'm just kind of like going here and there. Watch a couple episodes here of this drama. Then, okay, let me stop. Let me watch something else.
Right. That's what I'm trying to do too, because I have quite a bit of dramas that I had started before my drama fatigue really hit that I'm trying to kind of finish up before I get into any more of the new ones that are coming out. Because I'm actually kind of excited for the ones that are coming out in April. Yeah. And I mentioned it in the last post that I didn't put it when I posted the video, the link to my Korean blog, because I usually post, like I said, updates of Korean dramas, even though I mentioned them in the last podcast. When you go to my blog, I'll actually put the link in the description down below. Yeah. I will post it probably within the next couple of days. Different posts specific for each drama that's coming out in April. And I do that each month. So I'm kind of looking forward to what's coming out. So I want to finish what I've got going, at least. Not necessarily ones that I've started after my drama fatigue was over, but the ones that I had going before that.
Right.
So is that all that you're kind of watching right now?
Yeah, that's about it that I'm watching.
Right. I'm trying to finish up my second Chinese drama. When a Snail Falls in Love.
So good, and I don't know why you haven't finished.
I don't know what it is. For some reason, every time I start a Chinese drama, I marathon through more than half of it, and then get to the last quarter of the drama, and all of a sudden I stop, and then I go back and watch it in pieces.
Yeah.
So, and I know they air 3 episodes a week, and I like to watch
which is amazing compared to Korean dramas or to even just Taiwanese dramas once a week.
Right. So because it airs 3 times a week, and for me personally, I like to watch the last week's episodes back to back to kind of go into the feel of the second to the last episode, watching that emotion fall through. I like watching them back to back. So because I know the last 3 episodes of When a Snail Falls in Love aired within the same week, I want to watch them kind of
all together.
Right, all together. So that's why I wanted to click play and watch the next episode, but I was like, wait, let me watch all 3 together. So I'll probably watch it on my next weekend off, just watch all 3 and finish it off.
Yeah.
So maybe not by the next podcast, but maybe the podcast after that I'll have it finished.
Yeah.
What else? I haven't gone back to weightlifting fairy, but I have been tempted, but I kind of do other stuff and I've been working, and because I've been feeling sick, I haven't really started or tried to go back to anything other than my few Strong Women Do Bong Soon. And I'm almost finished with 1% of Anything. I had the last 2 episodes.
Oh, the remake.
Right. I finally got it to near the end. That is a drama that got suggested to me on Kdrama Amino. I don't know if everybody knows what that is, but it's a little app that kind of where fans of specific genres of anything, K-dramas, K-pop, whatever it may be, you guys kind of all communicate and talk there. And I mentioned about my drama fatigue, and someone suggested, well, 1% of Anything will kind of help usher you back in. And it did, but because other drama started coming in, and when I started it, I kind of put it on the back burner.
Right.
But I was able to get through the first good quarter of it kind of day-to-day basis because it did remind me of that old initial K-drama feel. Yeah. And that is because it is a remake of a classic K-drama.
Right. And I watched the original, but it was so long ago, and I know it was pretty long back then when they had like 24 episodes for a drama was like the norm.
Right.
Instead of like now the
16 to 20 episodes is the norm.
Right. And so I believe usually back then I felt it was drawn out. And I don't remember it that much, but I remember like the actor and the actress that was in it and some of the basis of it.
Right.
But it was enough to jog my memory when I rewatched the remake.
Right.
And it was it was cute, and I didn't take it too serious. Very lighthearted. So it was just like after I watched a heavy drama or I watched an episode of a drama that was more emotional in any kind of way, I could just watch this quickly, and feel a bit
That's
lighter.
what it is. It's definitely a quick watch. It's not something I'm like, ooh, oh, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. There's nothing too over dramatic because I'm a seasoned drama watcher. So a lot of these cliche stuff, I know what's coming.
Yeah.
But the one thing I could give this drama, with it being a remake, the makeout scenes.
But you got to give it to him, though. He doing it.
But girl.
That's the guy that was in Shark, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was in Shark, and I've watched him in quite a bit of other stuff, but he's either been the second lead or a twat I couldn't stand. This is the first time where I'm watching him. Granted, he was still a douche in the beginning of this drama, but I took it up to they didn't rewrite how the characters were. They kind of just rewrote the drama a little bit to bring it a little bit more to more present day time.
Right.
But they didn't change the basicness of the characters.
Right, the basic equation of.
Right.
1%.
So he's still the very typical Chabo jerky male lead.
Right.
But I liked him in this lead role for some reason.
Right.
And I will say, a lot of people complain about the kiss scenes in K-dramas. Go watch. If you don't watch the whole drama, try to look at some kiss scenes for that drama.
Yeah.
They had some moments where I felt like I was interrupting something. Like, oh my gosh, close a door. But yeah, that's it. And then Strong Women Do Bong Soon. I've been meaning to say this. I meant to say this in the last podcast because I feel like every time I do talk about this drama, it seems kind of negative, and it's not. I really, really, really enjoy Strong Women Do Bong Soon. It's not perfect. It has its faults, but it's still a drama I very much enjoy. I'm laughing out loud, like literally laughing out loud when I'm watching this drama. But then kidnapped psycho person aspect of it is still done very well.
Yeah.
Because you are creeped out by him. This man is crazy. Like, legit crazy. When you get to the episodes and you figure out who he is, and granted, it's not fully given why he's doing what he's doing, but we have an idea why he's doing it. He crazy. He crazy.
Not a little bit crazy.
He crazy.
He cray.
So, but the couple is finally getting there.
Yeah.
Whew, yes, thank you.
It's hitting that point where they should be. Anyway.
Right. But it's just that they have that unique chemistry where you like them in their bickering moments anyway, because she's going toe to toe for him.
Yeah.
Her mom, I've had kind of issues with her mom over the past couple weeks, but what happens this week is her daughter is attacked. And granted, they kind of had a little fight, not really, but Bonsu kind of laid out her feelings on the line about how her mom's been treating her last week. So I think her mom is kind of trying to gear her actions a little bit better. But when she walked into that hospital room when she thought her baby girl was messed up, I feel like all them little gangster men was lucky she didn't have her super strong strength again still, because she would have whooped tail on all of them. And then it was even worse when the family found out that it wasn't technically her that was her, it was the main guy. They was like, hold up, who did it? Where'd they go? I was like, Lord, he's not even in the family yet. Y'all going in. Calm down. But this drama is so cute, though. Like, the main couple is super cute, and I like that the bondness that they have. Like, they've kind of formed this camaraderie and friendship, even though they kind of argue and tease each other.
Yeah.
That is really good.
Maybe that's how they got closer. That's them. They like to tease each other. And
it's so funny because, I don't know, to me this week it seemed like Minho kind of played it off like he was coming into realizing his feelings. But me as a viewer, I'm like, boo-boo, I saw from episode 1 that you liked her. You just now figuring this out?
You thought he knew already.
Right. But it may have just been me, how I was reading the scene. He may not have been intending to play it that way, but that's how it came off to me. But yes, this couple is very good. I love the acting. The story is good. The editing still could be better. Some of the story plots and some, at least, plot points that they kind of pulling out a lot, I kind of wish they would let go. But I will say, this week was a very good week. Very, very good week.
Episode what?
9 and 10.
Yeah.
10. Oh my gosh. I swear I was laughing for a good 15 minutes straight.
Yeah. It's a 16 episode drama though, right?
Yes. To my knowledge, it's supposed to be 16. So
they don't extend dramas very often anymore.
Not like they used to. When it used to be, if a drama exceeded a certain viewer point, it was a possibility, very good possibility, that they would get at least a 1 to 2 episode extension.
I remember the last K-drama that I watched, that I remember watching, that they extended was Master Sun. And they didn't want to extend it.
Right. The cast and everybody didn't want to do it, but because of something happened while airing, why they had to only air one episode a week, is why it ended up officially getting extended to make up for that 1 episode week.
And it didn't need extending, but I still enjoyed it to the end.
Right, I still enjoyed it to the end because you could kind of tell that they kind of had to draw it out a little bit toward the end, but that was just within the last episode. So, hey, if I only feel like you dragging for 1 episode, ain't no problem for me.
Right. And it was good. I thought it was good drama anyway.
Right.
I've seen people say that it was overrated, Master Son, but it was right. But I mean, there's going to be people that don't like certain dramas.
True.
Like people who say Boys Over Flowers is overrated, or they're like, It's Okay That's Love wasn't that good. Was overrated. It was okay. But these are dramas that I enjoy. Granted, I didn't love Boys Over Flowers because I saw the original story from the Taiwanese version, Meteor Garden, and it was okay. It was good then, and it got me into the story. But to watch it again, I don't really care for remakes because of like the thrill of the story is gone because I know what to expect. Granted, I can expect it in a different way, but it's still not that good.
Right, and for me, Boys Over Flowers is my second K-drama. Coffee Prince was my first, Boys Over Flowers is my second. So it's kind of one of those dramas that is near and dear to my heart.
Right.
Like, when I look back on it, if I watched it now, I would see all the flaws of Boys Over Flowers. But because I watched it as it being my second K-drama, Coffee Prince doesn't have the typical K-drama cliches.
Right.
Boys Over Flower has every single one of them.
Right.
So
it's definitely a good starter drama.
Right, and that's what it was for me. So I don't knock it. I can understand why some people don't care for it, but if it's not one of your earlier dramas, you're not going to understand.
Right. I don't suggest you watch it. I suggest you watch one of the other versions from another country, like maybe the Taiwanese version. But even the Taiwanese version, I feel like was a little bit more violent than the Korean version.
I feel like Boys Over Flowers would be a good drama as much as it was a cult hit in its year time. Maybe in another 5 or 6 years. No, not 5 or 6 years. Maybe another 10 years or so.
Yeah, to remake it.
Remake it and see how it does then. To
Yeah.
see if they can refresh the story and make it a little better and still keep the K-drama cliches and keep it classic.
Yeah.
That would be a nice one to get a remake.
Yeah, I'd probably watch it in 10 years' time.
Right. Park Min Young has signed on for a new drama. Yes, and as I mentioned earlier, I love watching actors and actresses grow. And she's an actress that I watch grow in her skill. I first watched her in Sangkwan Scandal, which was my first historical drama. And I watched her in quite a few dramas after that. Healer, when I watched her again in Healer, which is OMG, if you haven't watched Healer, go watch it now. Go watch it now, please. Healer was such an awesome drama. You could see her growth in her acting skill. She was in Remember last year, which wasn't a bad drama. It was a good drama, but her character was put on the back burner a lot because the romance wasn't fully front and the plot of the story wasn't about her.
Yeah, but I feel like if you put a female or a male and they're not like what the story is mainly about or who it's mainly about, I don't think it's necessary for you to put them on the back burner. It's not like you only have them in there for romance.
Right, and she wasn't necessarily only there for romance because she was on his team fighting to help him win whatever he was trying to win. Just in case, I don't want to give enough spoilers just in case nobody watched it. But I felt like for an actress of her caliber and her skill, I felt like they didn't give her enough screen time in that drama.
They did that with New Leaf. And it wasn't about her, and I didn't expect them to bring, like, a huge romance.
Right.
They hinted at it a little bit, but by the end of the New Leaf, I was bored. And she was in that, and I felt like it had so much more potential, because it started out differently.
Right.
And then with the whole memory loss, and then him supposed to be, a different kind of person, basically. Because he didn't have that memory of events that made him the way he was. So, and I think they really threw her in the back too. But granted, she did come to the forefront with stuff because she was also on his team or like his apprentice in the as a lawyer. But I don't know. I don't like when they do that, as if they started off great, but they just not sure what to do after a while. Like the drama just took a different turn. And you're just like, wait a minute. This is what I signed up for?
Right. And so I'm excited about this one because one, it's a historical drama.
Oh, okay.
So she's back to what I initially started watching her in. Yeah. And then two, her male lead will be Yo Jin-woo, who was in Marriage Not Dating, the male lead.
Oh, I did see him signing for a new drama. It's historical.
Right. And his other one, My Shy Boss or My Introvert Boss, just finished 2 or 3 weeks ago, not even. So for him to already be signing on for a drama, I'm like, okay. And I liked him because I loved him in Marriage Not Dating. Right, and even though he was the antagonist in A Wrong and a Magistrate, I liked him in that as well.
Right.
So I haven't really watched him in a drama since Marriage Not Dating, but excuse me, but I have been interested. I just haven't clicked play on those dramas.
He was in that lawyer one too.
Right, Divorce Lawyers in Love.
Right.
Which what I heard was good, but I don't think got enough attention, so I don't know a lot of people that know much about it or have an opinion about the drama.
I heard it was mediocre drama. It probably was, and that's why I didn't click on it. And then I'm not huge on office dramas or business-based dramas.
Right.
Granted, I do watch them because they can be very good, but they all seem to follow the same plot line, and I'm not up for that. I want to watch something new and refreshing.
So the only thing, I'm excited about this drama, but I'm slightly scared at the same time because the story is supposedly tragic. They're supposed to be playing an actual king and queen from Korean history that were given the crown and have it taken away from them within 7 days.
Oh, wow.
So within a week time span, they lose their title. So, and the love story is supposed to be that I think she's kicked out of the palace.
Yeah.
And so it had, in history, it's been known that I guess he looked out along one direction of the palace, always longing for her. And she would put her skirt on a stone or something, I guess, wherever she ended up, to show that she still loved him.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to play out that type of, their story.
Wow.
So I'm excited, but then I read the synopsis and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's tragic.
Yeah, very tragic.
But
I mean, they might not die. They might switch it around. But unless they have that little warning in the beginning, this is historically written and it's following historical, accuracy.
But I think it's behind the production team who did Healer. So at least production wise, I'm thinking it's going to be a good show. Yeah. And if you got those two people as leads, both of them I feel like have great acting skills, then hey, I'm looking forward to the drama. Yeah. I'm not sure exactly when it's supposed to start airing because the casting news was just announced, I think, yesterday. So whenever I find that out, I'll let you guys know.
Right.
And I guess one last question, guys, before we go. I'll ask you, your dream OTP, original true pairing, and why? Name one that hasn't been in a drama together, or one that you like to be reunited in a drama together.
Reunited and it feels so good. Okay. Y'all have to know a little secret about me. I real life ship, okay? Like, I real life ship hard.
I try not to get into that because it causes me trouble.
Right. And Sompy is such a culprit of this. They're so to blame. Their forums are ridiculously good, and they pull you in with other real life shippers too. So I really would like Soji Sub and Gong Hoi Jin to reunite. That would be heaven. And granted, they probably won't do another one together, but I would love to see them together. I can't really think of an OTP. I'll have to get back to you on the OTP that I want to be together who haven't. But Soji Sub and Gong Hoi Jin, I real life shipped them so hard. I just had to stop getting on that forum to save my soul.
Right.
And I've real life shipped other couples too. Like there's a Taiwanese couple. They were in Bromance together.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
She is forever watching that couple.
And I still to this day like slip in and see what everybody's talking about. Was there any little
hints, inclination,
anything about them? But then I kind of calmly bow out for a while, just so I'm not obsessed with it as much as I was when I was watching the drama. Right. So I'm a huge time real life shipper, but I don't ship a lot of people like that. Right. I could say there's maybe 3 that I have.
I don't, but the thing is that I've been scorned twice by real life shipping. Yeah. My first one was Park Min Young and Lee Min Ho. Yeah. I loved them in City Hunter together. Yeah. So when it was announced that they were dating, I was like, oh, yes, my couple is real. But then a year later, it was announced that they broke up. So I was upset about that.
Really? They were together? I thought it wasn't true.
No, supposedly it was like their agencies announced that they had broken up. So supposedly like this was, I don't know if it was a stunt relationship or a real relationship because I never got to see any pictures of people catching them on dates or anything like that. Yeah. But that was also a few years ago, back in the time when fans were as quick to catch stuff all the time. Yeah. My other one was the couple from Queen and Husband. Yeah. They dated and it was announced, but then he went off to military leave, and then they said they were staying strong, and then a month after he came back, it was announced that they had broken up, which honestly I expected because it's 2 years away and you're not dating on a regular basis like you would if he was here. Yeah. So I've kind of tried to keep it in check. Yeah. But after watching Healer, Park Min Young and Chi Jang Wook, that couple, I have to try. Reunite. I would like them to reunite, but they were so good in Healer. I don't know if their next drama can top that.
Oh, well, you don't want to top it. You just want to be as good.
Right. Not necessarily top it, but I just don't want the next coupling to diminish down what they were in Healer. Right. That's what I hate, when couples are reunited and then the coupling is kind of doesn't put them in a better relationship stance than it was in the first drama. Yeah. Like if they had a tragic story in the drama they were in before, can y'all pick a drama together where y'all are not as tragic and a little bit more happy? Right. I don't want to watch 2 tragic love stories between you two. A dream OTP. they've done CFs together, but I don't think they've done an official. No, they have. So I guess it might be, but I haven't watched the drama.
Who?
Gong Yu and Gong Hyo Jin.
Oh, they did do a drama to not Biscuit. That was Rain.
I think a movie then?
No, they did a drama together. I just can't remember the name of it. Something about the teacher. She was a teacher.
Right. And when I read the synopsis, I'm like, oh, he's a student, she's a teacher. I don't want to watch that type of story.
She was in one with Rain and one with Gong Yu.
Right. I'm not a fan of stories where it's an adult person falling in love with someone and is in high school. No. I've done dramas like that, and each time it's made me uncomfortable, and I've never gotten to that point where I can ship the couple enough because of that issue.
Yeah.
But I saw some CFs of them last year before Goblin even came about or anything like that, and I was just like, oh, that is a coupling I want to see. I did not know.
They could. Oh, that would be.
Because when I saw that CF, right? Because when I saw that CF and it was like a commercial one, I was just like, is this a teaser for a drama? Dude, I got so excited. But then when I was like a CF, I was like, dang. So, yes.
They would be good together now that they're both matured.
And grown as actors.
Yeah, definitely. I think she's an amazing actress. And she's one of my favorite, if not my top actress. Korean actress.
Right. So, even though they've been in a drama together, I haven't watched it. So, they don't count as my reunited.
Right.
But my reunited is not from a K-drama, but from a K-movie.
Yeah.
I want them to be in a drama together, though. Soji Sub and Han Hyo Jin.
I don't know why I didn't think about that one.
If you have not watched the movie Always, or I think it's called Only You, depending on search it. Drama Fever has it.
Always. It's always on Drama Fever.
It's always on Drama Fever. That movie is my favorite Korean movie. I cannot tell you how many times I have watched it.
Me too. I've watched
the
it
movie is good,
times.
but the coupling alone pulled me in so much that that's why I can't help going back and rewatching.
Yeah.
If they can do a drama together, I don't want it too tragic because the movie is kind of a little bit of tragic in it. But I can do a little bit of a melodrama-ish.
Yeah.
Because
they're both very good at melodramas.
They're both very good at
he hasn't done a melodrama in a while. The last couple of K-drama comebacks he's had has been romantic comedy.
Right, and that's because he usually doesn't do romantic comedy, so he was trying to step outside of his usual realm.
Right.
But if he was to come back with a drama with her and it be a melodrama...
He cannot die, though, because he always drives in melodrama.
No, we're not dying. She can't die neither.
Right.
So I will have my box of tissue ready to go to watch this couple go all the way to the end.
20 or 24 episodes.
Yeah, it can't be no shortness. We have to watch along.
Should we send a letter to the major broadcasting stations in Korea?
No, we need to send it to a specific writer.
We need to send it to his agency.
Right.
501k.
Right, because he represents himself, right?
Yes, that's his.
Right, so we need to let him know, hey, Soji Sub, we really loved you in movie Always with Han Hyo Jin.
Yeah.
Whisper in her ear that you want to do a drama. Y'all get some connections going.
That would be good. She never mentioned him. But I guess he's very polite and stuff when he's acting, especially as this for movies because they're quicker to film and be done than a drama.
I think I did read something where she said she would love to do stuff with a lot of other people before, but I think when the interview was specifically asking her for her K-drama male leads.
Yeah.
So I would love to see her with Soji Sub in a K-drama.
I totally forgot. Both of us want Soji Sub back with somebody.
Yes, please.
Can you tell he's our favorite?
Because when they announced him with Shimina for Oh My Venus.
Oh yeah.
I almost shed tears because they were one of my dream couples too, and I was like, I didn't even put it out in the universe and it happens. Oh my gosh.
You mentally read your mind.
Right.
But they did CFs together. They're both, I think, they're not signed under the same label, but they did the Gordio.
Right.
The brand.
And I think watching those CFs kind of clicked for me to want to see them in a drama together. Yeah. So, yeah, those are our dream OTPs. Mm-hmm. Leave that in the comments down below. Your dream OTP or your dream reunited OTP.
Yeah. And your smash or pass of any of ours that we mentioned. And
add some people that you would like to put onto our next smash or pass list. If enough of you guys like this might something we do every podcast or every other podcast. Right. So guys, with that's the end of Hearts in Dramaland. I'm Makia.
I'm Ashley.
And we're sisters that are addicted to Asian dramas.
And music.
So until next time.
See ya.
Bye.